Welcome to Friday's edition of Air News Daily. It's the 27th of February and I'm Jeremy Spake. United Airlines of the US made an appeal to the US Transportation Department to block a proposed wet lease arrangement between Air Anchor of Turkey, I did say Anchor, and Nigerian carrier United Nigeria Airlines, who are seeking to operate scheduled services to New York from the West African country. The appeal stems from the fact that United Airlines argues that if the DOT permitted the deal to go ahead, it would lead to misidentification, misunderstanding, and perhaps more importantly, deception in the market. The Chicago-based giant holds the United Airlines trademark in Nigeria and is locked in legal proceedings in Africa, claiming to have already encountered issues with customer confusion caused by the similarity of the Nigerian Airlines name with its own. Having been to Nigeria many times, there are a raft of companies that have names and logos identical to businesses elsewhere in the world that might not necessarily be legal. So it could be a very interesting battle. We'll have to wait and see who wins. I have a feeling it might be United Airlines, but I could be wrong. United Parcel Services hub at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport now has more daily flights and tonnage capacity than any other express air cargo hub in the world. UPS has finally overtaken its biggest rival FedEx with its Memphis hub for the first time in the two carriers' history. A recent report cited the change was because FedEx has reduced its daytime flying program from its Tennessee home, caused by a drop in demand across its network for urgent express packages. Well, it's hardly surprising because it's quite expensive to send something urgently. Staying with freight, Air France KLM Martinair Cargo will launch a new service on the 30th of March between Amsterdam and Seoul's Incheon International Airport. Flights will operate 3 times weekly on board the group's Boeing 747 freighters and are intended to capitalise on the growing demand from South Korea's manufacturing powerhouse. Now this story I do love. Air Greenland will be expanding access to the country's most popular tourist destination with the launch of direct flights between Ilulissat and Copenhagen on the 29th of October. The service will eventually be flown using the carrier's new Airbus A320neo aircraft, which is slated for delivery in 2027. But until then, the airline has contracted Denmark's Jettime, who will use one of its Boeing 737-800s on the route. Ilulissat is home to the UNESCO-listed Ice Fjord and is now the fastest growing tourism market for Greenland. I must confess I'm thrilled to include an Air Greenland story as they rarely get mentioned anywhere, and I do love their livery. It's rather smart. And finally, for the first time in 3 years, Kiwi flag carrier Air New Zealand has posted a loss, which has prompted a comprehensive review of its business. The losses are attributed to rising costs and supply chain issues. The airline's new CEO, Nikhil Ravishankar, who was appointed in October last year, has said that the review covers all aspects of the business with the objective of returning to sustained profitability. One key area for the carrier is the well-publicised engine issues with Pratt & Whitney's PW1100Gs that power its Airbus narrow bodies and Rolls-Royce's Trent 1000s that are on the wings of its Dreamliners. They're certainly not alone when it comes to engine issues, but we hope that Nikhil and his team can enhance performance and improve the bottom line as quickly as possible. Hate to see Air New Zealand in trouble. They're a great little airline. That's all for this week, everyone. Thank you from all of us here at Air News Daily for your company this week. We look forward to being back with you again on Monday when we'll be bringing you a usual roundup of new routes from around the world. Until then, have a great weekend and go steady.
We'll see you again next week. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to Air News Daily.